What options would you provide the Fed?
Yeah, well, I think the biggest thing is that the Fed, if you think about the Fed's tools to slow down asset prices and slow down the economy, they basically have interest rates and they have something called quantitative tightening. And what quantitative tightening is the Fed has a large stock of bonds that they bought during the post-crisis period and during the COVID period. They bought those bonds in order to inject liquidity into the financial system to support the economy. And they have been reducing their level of bonds in their portfolio, which has been a modest drag on asset prices and economic activity over the course of the last year or so. But the reality is that they're not using it as a flexible monetary tool. Like, they've modestly increased the pace of their sales of assets at a time when they basically increased interest rates as aggressively as they have in 50 years. And one of the things that's important is, if you think about the economy today, it's not really that the price of credit is not really the problem in the economy. The price of credit is not overly stimulative. You know, if you want to go get an auto loan or a mortgage on a house, you're certainly not sitting there going, wow, like, you know, interest rates are cheap, right? And, you know, interest rates are elevated. There's no question about that. Sure. The problem from a stimulation perspective in the economy is asset prices are too high. And if asset prices are too high, the tool to most effectively bring down asset prices, in some ways it's very commonsensical, is to sell assets, right? If you want to bring down financial asset prices, sell financial assets. And that's what the Fed has at their disposal. And so why they haven't increased the pace of QT, I don't understand. And, you know, trust me, I've said this, you know, very directly, that I don't understand why they don't use the QT lever more significantly. But so far they haven't, and that really would be a much more efficient way to address the liquidity that's in the system.